It's Coach Chad here, Cause and Effects Fitness. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're thinking about making some kind of changes in your life, that you're not happy with your body, and you're thinking that it's time to do something. As Jim Rohn says, if you want things to change, you have to change. So there are three fundamental beliefs that are necessary to change your life. The first is you have to believe that you are capable of change. You have to believe that the rewards of change are worth the cost of changing. In other words, the benefits that change will bring to your life far outweigh any of the short term discomfort or inconvenience that you may have to go through to get those benefits. And the third belief is you have to believe that you're worthy and deserving of change. Now, I want to focus in this video on the third belief because it's an issue that many of our clients have struggled with, and it's something that I've experienced personally, thinking that I'm not worthy, I don't deserve it. When I first started my journey to getting in shape, something that I really struggled with was the thought that kept popping up into my head: who are you to deserve this? Who do you think you are? What makes you think that you deserve it? So I had the feeling that I'm not worthy, and something that I had to overcome to get lasting results and really see changes in my body and the way that I felt about myself. So, how do you overcome those things? First, I would say don't believe everything you tell yourself. You hear these voices in your head and you never think to question it, but your thoughts aren't always the truth. These things are popping in your head. You have to sometimes you have to dispute them. You can be wrong about these things. Whenever those negative thoughts pop up into your head, stop, think about them, and dispute them. Give up on the idea of perfection. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't strive to do better and do things better, but give up on the idea that you have to be perfect in everything. Because when you hold that belief, anything that you do wrong or you don't do perfectly the first time, anything that exposes a flaw, it shatters your pseudo self-esteem. I say pseudo self-esteem because true self-esteem isn't based on being perfect. True self-esteem, you can acknowledge your flaws and work to improve them. And a lot of times, perfectionism can actually hold you back because if you're telling yourself you're perfect, you don't need to change anything, like you're not going to be motivated to change, and you're deceiving yourself about the way things really are. So just be honest with yourself. Be okay with not being perfect and work to get better. Practice self-acceptance. Self-acceptance doesn't mean liking everything about yourself, but it means in a very fundamental sense being for yourself. Self-acceptance is important because you're not going to be motivated to change the things of reality you deny. If you're not fully in touch with your feelings, if you're in denial about it, you have the pretense that everything's perfect, and you're not going to be motivated to change anything. So, you may feel like, well, I don't like certain things about myself. I don't want to like those things. But you don't have to like them, but the important thing is that you start to like yourself. When you start to like yourself, then you want to take care of yourself and do things for you. That's what's important. That's what's going to motivate you to change. And when you're in that space of feeling that you're not worthy, you don't deserve it, you're not accepting yourself, that's going to be a roadblock to getting in shape and getting the body that you want and getting healthy and getting fit and having the energy to do all the things that you want in life. So that's something that's going to hold you back. So, really great exercise to work on that I found in Nathaniel Branden's Six Pillars of Self Esteem, which is an excellent book. I highly recommend. But he recommends that you stand in front of a full length mirror and say to yourself, whatever my faults or imperfections, I accept myself wholly and unreservedly. You repeat that 2 times a day, do it in the morning, do it in the evening, and you're going to notice that you're not going to like everything that you see. But the important thing is that you stay with those feelings and stay connected to it. And you'll find that you'll start being motivated, a lot more motivated to change those things. And there will be certain things that you can't change, but you learn to live with them. But choose to be for yourself. Be your own cause. It's interesting that people get caught up in all these different causes, these movements, and that's great being involved in things, but you also don't want to forget to be a cause for yourself. Make yourself the cause, both in terms of something that you're working towards and also being the causal agent in your life, being the cause that's making things happen, making the changes. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop trying to measure up to other people's expectations. Learn to just be comfortable with yourself. And you don't have to be better than anybody else. You don't have to compete with anybody else. Just work on improving yourself. You are enough. You are enough as you are. And that was something else that I struggled with when I started out on my journey to get in shape. I would see people that were in great shape and think, well, they're so lucky, it just comes natural to them. But, all I was seeing is the results of the hard work that they put into getting in great shape. I'm seeing the end result, but not the process that went into it. And people look at me now and say, well, you got it easy, you're in such great shape. Well, I wasn't always in such great shape. You're not seeing the process of what I went through to get to where I am today. But I can remember looking at a guy who's in great shape and thinking, why can't I be him? Why can't I be like that? Why does he have it so easy? Why can't I naturally have six-pack abs? Why did I get the short end of the genetic stick? But these are thoughts that I had to let go of, and I learned to stop comparing myself to other people, and I learned to feel that helped me feel a lot better about myself because I'm not measuring myself against other people. As long as I'm making progress in what I'm doing, making progress towards my goals, I can feel good about that. And it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. And if you're struggling through this feeling of I'm not worthy or I don't deserve it, ask for help. Find a good coach or find a good friend that can help you work through those things. The support of a good coach or a good friend is priceless. And when you have somebody that can remind you, you are worth it. You deserve it. Having someone that can say that to you is priceless. Sometimes you just need someone to remind you of those things. And when you're going through all these negative thoughts, you have someone to kind of snap you out of it. Or if you're looking for help, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you, and we'd be happy to help you work through those things.